And that's what Aaron Rodgers did on Thursday Night Football. I mean, we thought Prime was going to be had one of them games where it was electrifying, but it was only electrifying if he was a Jets fan. It was like, hey, is he going to be himself? Did the 49ers expose them? Because I remember we asked a question. Well, I think it was you, Joe, that asked the question in the R2L chat when they was playing the 49ers. Like, Aaron Rodgers back. Kevo. Okay. And he proceeded to just fall off the face of the earth after that, right after that comment. But he found a way to come back to his home game. And some people would say he sparkled in the first game. Or some would say it was a beautiful day in MetLife Arena. 24-3. Should have just stuck with my pick. My bad, Teddy. My bad. I might have jinxed y'all. Because after what? 15, 16? Well, we're going to say 8 straight home losses that the Jets had to the Patriots. What a way to break the curse. Joe, are these the Jets that we should expect for the rest of the year?
I don't know. All right. Now, I feel like this was a favorable matchup for them. Hindsight is 2020. All right. But because I really thought the Patriots could be competitive this game, but they weren't. And the Jets had a really good game plan. They blitzed almost the whole game. They didn't rely on their front fours to just get in the backfield. They blitzed a lot of the times. They had out of 23 dropbacks of Jacoby Brissett, they had 13 pressures, which is 56.5%. Certain quarterbacks, they see more than 50%. It goes downhill for them. But that's what happens. When the guy you got Jacoby Brissett is not a mobile quarterback, and then you look at their receiver, their weapons, they don't really have an elite receiver against that elite secondary as far as the cornerbacks. So that's what they did. They just trusted their cornerbacks and they sent a lot of guys. The Patriots were sloppy. They had 14 missed tackles yesterday. Like, it was just sloppy football. It was something you don't normally see from Patriots football. But what I did like and was a big improvement from the first 2 weeks. I saw some of it against the Titans, but definitely not against the 49ers. Aaron Rodgers, man. 5 of 5 on extended plays when he's rolling out the pocket and trying to find a receiver, trying to buy time. He was 5 of 5 or 62 yards, which was big, so he used his legs. He actually ran for a first down, he was more mobile yesterday than he was the first 2 weeks. They outgained the Patriots 440 to 139, 27 first downs. That's really good. To 11. They straight up dominated that game. But do I see this Jets team week after week? I'm not going to say that because that team was handicapped, the Patriots, at the end of the day. Even though they've been playing good the first 2 weeks, their secondary hasn't been great. Gonzalez has, but their secondary as a whole hasn't been great the first 2 weeks. But am I really going to say, nah, it was an advantage to the Jets. So I'm going to say no.
You might want to say yes because of their next 2 opponents. Like, they play the Broncos and then they got the Vikings. Like, we don't know how Jed is going, like the calf. I mean, remember they say he got the slight injury, or maybe he was just saying that because he needed a rest day. You have to report something if a person has a rest day. But I don't think we're going to expect that for the rest of the year. Like, again, I agree with you on everything you said about the Patriots. Again, the Patriots, I think they were playing above everyone's expectations. So, again, going into the game, that probably blinded some people, or maybe that just more so was like, do we still believe in Aaron Rodgers? Because if the Patriots are playing above expectation and then Aaron Rodgers is still looking kind of subpar based upon how he's played in his career, even though we haven't seen him for a year, the Patriots could steal this game. But then some people probably forgot that, hey, if you don't have that good of an offensive line, that the Jets defensive line can get to you. And I like that. I like that the strategy and the game plan actually worked. Blitz, 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 and you're going to blitz all night. They must have been watching Remember the Titans, because that's exactly what he said. Don't let them get another inch. And then we even had a Drake May sighting. It was looking a little rough for the Patriots. Like, I'm looking at the box score right now. Jacoby only had 98 yards off of 18 attempts. That's kind of like a preseason game. That's one series, and he played the game. Meanwhile, Aaron Rodgers was out there finding Allen Lazard. He was finding Garrett Wilson. He was finding Mike Williams. He was just all over the place. He looked like the young Aaron Rodgers. He looked so young that the coach was trying to hug him. And he said, hey, man, not right now. Not right now. We got to finish the game. Like that's how young Aaron Rodgers was looking. He thought he seen Mike McCarthy for a second. He was like, no, no, no. We're not that cool yet. We got some more games to win. So do I think will we see that Jets team for the rest of the year? No, but I think we should see Aaron Rodgers get more confident. And
Yes.
the confident he becomes, the scarier this Jets team can be, because
Mm-hmm.
what everyone was saying is if he's healthy, they're one of the best teams in that division.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think with the Jets team, there were some signs of like some good signs, like you said, Aaron Rodgers looking younger than ever. Alan Lazard, he had a really good game. He broke a few tackles also. He had some extended plays. You know, they got Mike Williams involved. Mike Williams, like he's like a big X factor for them, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because he's a really a legit number 2 receiver. But on his team, Alan Lazard number 2 because he just fresh off of an ACL injury. He's still trying to get comfortable. And Coughlin, he had a couple of catches. I felt like that was good too. You know, so I do like let's meet in the middle, right? As far as like this game and I'm not gonna say the 49ers game. This game and the Titans game, we meet in the middle. That's where I think the Jets really are.
But we meet in the middle. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. And also another thing that you can say from this game too. I know we talked about the wide receivers, but you drafted one of these running backs in the fantasy league, and
Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. Yep.
we got Brees Hall, and then we got the fourth round pick, who said people didn't want to draft me because I didn't want to work out.
Braylon Allen.
Braylon Allen out there looking like, hey man, you might have should have did some stuff. This
Mm-hmm.
you got two physical running backs with that quarterback and the wide receivers. This team is scary.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know, man. Bills
Yeah,
might miss the playoff.
they 2-0. So
I know, Joe. I just had to
and,
take an FJA
and they got
shot.
the Jag. They got Trevor 55 mil Lawrence. They might lose
Oh
though, right?
nah, man.
They might lose. Trevor Lawrence really good prime time. But the Cavs point, Kev, shout out to you, Kev. He said the trench is going to take over. He was right on both sides of the field, and he right both of the running back. Brees Hall, I mean, he could do everything. And then Braylon Allen, he just a big dude. You know what I mean? Like he was breaking a lot of tackles, man. So yeah, the Jets, they you know this. You know, I watched all this not all of it. I watched some of the mainstream shows. They were so excited, like
Because they
they
boy back.
nobody mentioned the fact that it was the Patriots they did this to. Like,
Nah.
no offense to the Patriots. I've been looking pretty good, but come on, like you look at the personnel, it shouldn't have been close.
And plus they boy back. You know how these
Yeah,
big networks are when they boy back. We going to the Super Bowl. But
he did look good. He was converting on third down like crazy. Who they were on third down? Third down, they were. Sorry, we can move on to this time. On third down, they were 10 for 15, and the Patriots 2 from 11.
I mean, well, you seen he had 98 yards only passing. Like it was a bad night. It was a bad night.
They need to push the ball downfield, man.
Do they have the? We'll talk about that another time. So, do they have the personnel to push the ball down the field?
I mean, they got Jalen. Not like Jalen Pope, but they got. I mean, Dre Mason. You know.
They at this rate, you might as well start him. I mean, I'm not saying it like the season is over, but you might as well see what he got. Unless he just that bad at practice that they like, nah, we'll wait it out.